Well, thank you, Alan. Let me just tell you, I'm just so honored to be with you again this year as we meet together and celebrate great things that are happening here in Utah and the contributions that you make here at the Utah Technology Council. And to those honorees here, we offer our heartfelt congratulations. I appreciate what this association stands for. You are the movers and shakers out there on the front lines creating jobs. And as you know, for my administration, what we are doing, it really is about growing the economy and creating jobs and economic opportunity throughout our state of Utah. Now, I've been accused of being a little bit too optimistic in today's environment. I know we have our great Senator Hatch here who can talk about some of the dysfunctionality back in Washington, D.C. and the lack of balanced budgets, the challenge we face in competing in a global economy today with some of the challenges we have with our education scores. And a lot of people say, what's there to be optimistic about? I'm here to tell you, I've never been more optimistic about Utah and Utah's future, in large part because of what I see taking place here at this group and the impact you make. But as you look at our economy today, you find that we are growing in Utah at 3 times the national average. I just came from a trade mission in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I just flew in here just a couple of hours ago myself. And when I left to go to Calgary, Alberta, Canada, we were the 3rd fastest growing economy in America. When I left Calgary, Alberta, Canada, we moved from number 3 to number 2. We're the 2nd fastest growing economy in America right now. And the people of Calgary said, hey, come back next month and we'll make you number 1. So I may have another trip planned to go back up to Canada. I'm optimistic for a lot of reasons. We have a balanced budget, a AAA bond rating. We've been rated as the best quality of life in America, and our economic growth is taking place at a phenomenal pace, certainly in comparison to the rest of the country. But I'd like to just put a historical perspective on it as we kind of recognize what you're about here today. And if you look about what's taken place 100 years ago, when some of the biggest problems we had in America were health care related issues. The average lifespan 100 years ago in this great country was only 47 years of age. Today it's about 78. The biggest challenge parents had was keeping their children alive. In fact, in birth, 1 out of 10 would die in their first 2 years of life. Now it's 1 in 150. We've reduced children's mortality up to age 15 by nearly 100%. Our quality of life has improved because of science and technology and innovation that you are at the forefront in creating. Our quality of life has improved significantly because of technology and the efforts of you. And if you think about the technology we have today that was non-existent just 100 years ago, as the technology which we've had in the last 50 years, which is exceptionally rare and exceptionally expensive, has now become almost commonplace in the workplace as part of our lifestyle. Again, the blessings of living in this great country. And not only is the gross amount of modern technology available to us, but the increasing and ever expanding rate, and certainly in relationship to cost to income. More of us can afford the good things of life here in this free market system. Now let me just conclude by saying that I am very optimistic because of the people of Utah. We have a great state because we have a lot of great people. People like yourselves that are innovators, the creators of new opportunities, finding new ways to do and build things, finding efficiencies, finding niches in the marketplace. I'm optimistic in our future because I believe in the human capacity to innovate. And nowhere in this country and in this world is it found in more abundance than here in the great state of Utah. I offer my congratulations to Mark Fuller and Stephen Jacobson for this well-deserved honor, and thanks to their contributions to our great state. And I offer my thanks to all of you for your pioneering work, for what you do to make Utah a great place to live, a great place to raise families, and a great place to do business. Thank you for providing the tangible evidence that we have that Utah is the best place in the world to live. Congratulations to one and all.